Recording in progress.
Good evening, everyone. My name is Gaurav Shresht, and today's webinar is on TST, Trade Smart Terminal. In this webinar, we will cover the basic feature of TST, Trade Smart Terminal. Apart from that, we will cover what are the new features that we have introduced recently in our Trade Smart Terminal, and what are the benefits of all those features. Also, this webinar is not going to be a one-way session, so we will also take all of your questions on this particular terminal, Trade Smart Terminal, and what are the suggestions that you have. We will take that as well. So, let's not waste any time, and let's start our presentation. So, as you can see in your screen right now, this is the Trade Smart Terminal watchlist and dashboard. So, we will start with the login page. In order to log in a TradeSmart, you have to go to our kotaksecurities.com, www.kotaksecurities.com. In that, you have to go to the account login section. Under account login, you have to go to the third section, which is login to TradeSmart terminal. Once you click in this, it will ask for your credential. So you have to enter your user ID, your password, and your access code, and click on the sign in button. Once you sign in, this kind of a page will open up. Just let me log in again for you. Okay, so once you log in, this kind of a page will open. By default, watchlist will open. Okay, now in watchlist, on the left hand side, there are two different kind of a watchlist option which will be available. One will be the user defined, another will be the predefined watchlist. In the predefined watchlist, we have an index watchlist like Nifty, Bank Nifty, and Nifty Future or Nifty Equity, where a given or a stock on that particular index will be available. And in the user defined watchlist, you will be able to see, you will be able to basically create a watchlist. You can add a stock in that watchlist, and you can watch and you can trade a stock from that particular section. Okay, now the new feature in the watchlist, what we have done recently is a predefined view, which you can see at the right hand side at the top button over here. Okay, now in predefined option, we have added almost 5 different options for you guys. The first one is the technical, second is the written, and the last one is the financial. So, sorry for the error. Now I have to log in again. Just a second. Okay, so we are logged in again. So we will start with the financial example. What happens in the financial? Let's suppose you have added 10 stock in your watch list, and you want to check the operating profit or any other financial, the sales of the 10 company. Then you want to compare them with each other. What you can do, you can add the 10 stock in your watch list. You can open the financial. The entire the financial detail of those 10 particular company will be shown on the right hand side in the watch list itself. So this is one of the new feature which we have introduced in our predefined section. Apart from that, similar basis, or you can also check the technical analysis, where you will be able to check the technical levels of a stock. You can also be able to check the other details also. So I will give you an example. Let's suppose you want to check the returns of the 10 companies that you have added in your watch list. So you can just select returns. You will get the 1 month return, 3 month return, 5 month return, and YTD and 1 year return on your watch list itself. Similarly, if you want to check just a growth section, the growth, and you want to compare the growth of all the 10 companies with each other, you can click on a growth, and you will be able to see the different ratios related to the growth on the right hand side of your screen. So for example, let me compare the growth percentage of PNB with SBI. So you can see the growth percentage of PNB is around 120.34, and for SBI it will be around 68.98%. Similarly, I can also compare the sales growth percentage and other ratios related to the growth. So this is a new feature that we have introduced in the predefined section in the watch list. Another section, another new thing which we have introduced is in the buy option column. Whenever you are going to place a buy or a sell order, you can see at the right hand side top, you can see a cross symbol, and just on the opposite of it, you can see a setting button. Okay. So once you click on a setting button, you will be able to change your theme from the buy order or from the order panel itself, whether it's a dark or a light. So you can change your theme from there. Also, you can set your predefined quantity. So let's suppose you want to place an order of 100 quantity only all the time. So what you can do, you can directly select 100 and you can click on a apply button. What will happen in this case, that now whenever you open a buy order, automatically 100 quantity will open up. So you can see by default 100 quantity of PNB has opened up. I can similarly change it to whatever quantity I wanted, and I can also change a lot size. So even if you're trading aggressively in future and option contract, and you want to set up a particular lot size for your contract, you can do that as well. You can set up 10, 20, or even 5 lot. And whenever you open the FNO contract, by default, that particular lot size order will only open up. In the user setting only, what are the other features that is available is that you can set a LTP at your desired price. Let's suppose you want to place an order above 10 tick from the current LTP. Okay, so you can do that as well. What you have to do is go to the buy order price section, right? 10 over here. By default, the plus symbol is selected. You can also change it to minus symbol. So in case you're selecting a minus symbol, what will happen? The buy order will go 10 tick below the LTP. And in case you are selecting the plus symbol, the buy order will go 10 tick above the LTP. Okay. So obviously, placing the order above the LTP does not make sense. So for the example purpose, we will take it a 10 tick below the LTP, a buy order. Okay. Click on this, click on apply button. Now, whenever I open a buy order for the SBI, okay, as you can see, the order at buy itself have opened 10 tick below the current market price or the LTP price. Okay, so this is another advanced feature that you can use it while placing an order. And obviously, the quantity has been by default 100 because 100 quantity is what we have selected in our user setting. Also, you can change your theme from the user setting itself, whether you want a dark or light theme. So let us change it the light theme. So now you will have a white background. Okay, so I hope this feature was useful. This feature is what you can understand right now. Another important feature which we have introduced is the tools, which are available under markets or under news and all, which normally used to take time to open up. Now you can open up directly from the top of the screen. So you can see an option of tools and section at the top. You just have to click on tools and section. Enter the particular tools that you want to open. Let's suppose I want to open option chain. So I will just select option chain. I'll just write option chain. I'll in a drop down it will come. I will have to click on the option chain, and the option chain page will open up. So it will be helpful, in case of aggressive market movement when the market is fluctuating a lot, and you don't want to go to the market and then click on the option chain and then want to open the particular feature. You can directly go at the top, click on a tools and section button, write a particular feature name, whatever you want to enter. Click on that, and automatically that particular page will open up. Okay. Just to take another example, let us open a heat map. So again, I have gone and clicked on tools and section. Click on heat map. So you can see heat map have opened up. Now I can see the entire movement in the market, how many stocks are in the negative zone and how many stocks are in the positive zone. So I can check it directly without going into the markets and then opening the heat map. And sometimes the client get irritated because of all these things. So now we have an option to directly open the heat map or option chain or any other tools and feature or tools and section from at the top only. Another new things or the development that we have done is under the dashboard section. At the extreme right hand side, you can see all the the features, which is portfolio valuation, or predefined list or sector performance and all. Under sector performance, so whatever sector and whatever the performance has been, you can see that. Once you go under this, you will be able to see the list of stock and the individual performance of the list of stock. Okay. Now earlier you cannot do any kind of a movement from this, but now you can place and buy and sell order from this page itself. So this is also a new feature which we have introduced recently. The last new feature which we want to cover is the peer comparison. So let's suppose you have added 10 stock in your watch list. Now you want to study a particular stock. Sorry. Now you want to study a particular stock. So you go in the SBI. Okay. You want to study or do analysis of an SBI. You click on a SBI page, an SBI overview will open up. In this, you will have 5 different sections, which will be overview, F&O, financial, news, peers, and option chain and all. Okay. Under peers, you will be now able to compare the entire SBI with the entire banking stock, public PSU banking stock, and their rating as well. Okay, so it's taking some time, but now it's loaded. So as you can see on the right hand side of your screen, you can see the name of all the PSU bank. You can see the health score. You can see the quality of that particular stock. So basically, you can compare the health score and the quality of entire PSU sector in this screen. Similarly, you can do it for the private sector bank as well, or for the IT company. So whatever, let's suppose you are doing analysis for the pharma company, and you want to study, or you want to compare that particular pharma company with the entire list of pharma companies, entire list of, let's say, 10 other pharma companies. So what you can do, one option that you have is obviously you can add the entire 10 or 20 stock of pharma companies in your watch list, and you can compare the financial or the technicals from the predefined view section, or you can directly go to the peer section and you can compare the health score or the quality of a particular individual stock. So these are the new features that we have added in the TradeSmart terminal. Some of the old features that we wanted to cover is obviously the charting features. So in order to open a chart, you can open the chart from 3 or 4 different ways. One is at the top, you can see the charting section just next to the research option. So you can open a chart from there, or you can open a chart from the watchlist itself. Just next to the sale button, you can see a charting option, a chart symbol. You can open a chart from here as well. The third option to open a chart is actually from the code section, where you can see a chart and you can directly write a stock name. So let's suppose I want to open a Nifty chart. I will directly write Nifty, and I will select a Nifty 50 stock, and Nifty 50 chart will open up. Okay, so you can open a chart from 3 or 4 different ways. The fourth way is obviously from the dashboard. Okay, but the faster way always will be going to be at the top button. Once you open a chart, you will have all the possible time frame, which is start from 1 minute and it goes as high as 1 month time frame for an individual candle. You can also obviously change your candlestick or your chart style. By default, it will be a normal candlestick pattern, but you can change it to bar or color bar, line, Hikanashi candle, or any other else also. Okay, so just to give you an example, I am keeping it as an Hikanashi candle, and I'm entering a few indicators. Okay. So let us enter RSI. So this is how the screen will look like. Okay, I open a Nifty chart with the 1 month time frame, and I have entered the RSI indicator. Okay, similarly, basis you can also add any other stock from the top, and you can also change it. So now I want to change a stock name. I want to change a chart from Nifty to, let's suppose, Reliance. So I can just go to the left hand side top. I can write a Reliance name. So Reliance industry chart will open up. Okay. And now after doing an analysis on chart, let's suppose I want to buy a particular stock. I don't even have to go back to the watch list. I can directly click on a buy symbol at the top. So once I click on a buy symbol at the top, directly a buy order will open up. Similarly, I can also place in sell order in case I already have a stock and I want to do a profit booking. I can do that as well. Basically, you can place your order, buy or sell order from the chart itself. Okay. The last features which we want to cover is the news section. Under the news section, you can get all your the global as well as equity news. So just to again run through the same. Let's click on the news section. The entire list of latest news as well as corporate announcement will be available in this page. On the left hand side at the bottom, you will be able to see a corporate announcement. Okay. And at the center of your screen, you will be able to see a live streaming of a latest news. Now, when we see live streaming, what this means? There will be different kind of news which will be available. Depending also on also the bifurcation will be there on the sentiment. Okay. So what we will suggest that you can bifurcate it by clicking on the right hand side button. So I will just for you. On the right hand side, you can see all the features. Okay. So let's suppose you want the news only related to the earnings. So just go there, click on the earnings button, and all the news related to the earnings will open up. All the latest news related to the earnings will come up. Similarly, if I want to view a news only related to the, let's say, merger and acquisition or related to the ratings, so I just have to click on the rating button and the news related to the ratings will pop up. Okay, so these are the features of these are the new features which is available under the news section also. So yeah, these are the basics and the new feature that we have introduced recently. Now what we will do, we will start our without wasting much of our time, since we don't want to keep this as a one-way session. We will also start to our Q&A session. So any question that you have on a TradeSmart terminal or the feature that we have covered, we will suggest you to write down your questions in the question section, and we will start taking up your Q&A. Okay, so we have a lot of questions coming up. So we will start with one of the question. Rohan have asked, is there a way to fix an order type in this? To fix an order type, we have already given an example. You can go to the user setting. There are two ways to go to the user setting. One is you can directly go to the profile section. You can click on the user setting. Another is from the buy option, which we have introduced. So you can go to the user setting and you can, set a particular quantity or price where you want to place an order. So this is something that you can do in order to set up your order type. How do you open Nifty 50 chart for a spot price? It's same, in order to open the Nifty 50 price for the spot also, you can go to the chart, right? Nifty. And the Nifty 50 that you see over here is the Nifty 50 spot only. So you can open a Nifty 50 spot just from the top. I think that will be the best way to open a Nifty 50 spot. And in case you want to open a future, you can just go to the watch list. You can add a Nifty 50 future in your watch list, and you can open a chart from there itself. Sorry for the disturbance. Okay. So yeah. For option, I was saying you can go to the market. You can go to the FNO section and you can check the option chain or any other DIA, FIA activity, unusual activity from the option chain itself, from the FNO section itself. There are a few suggestions where the client have said that we should do a webinar in other language as well. So yeah, that point is taken. We will going forward do a webinar in other language also. How to find funds available. So Ashish, in order for the fund section, you can directly go at an fund section at the right hand side. You can see at the top, and either you can click on a money transfer or the margin requirement. So from there you can use the fund transfer facility. Vipul have a question. Can we open a multiple chart? Vipul, unfortunately, as of now, you cannot open a multiple chart in a single tab, but you can open a multiple chart in a different tab. Just to give you an example, let's suppose I want to open a chart of a federal bank and I want to open a chart of a RBL bank also. So I can just right click on this chart button, click on a open link in a new tab. So in a new tab, and federal bank chart will open up. Similarly, if I want to open a chart of an RBL bank, I can again right click on this and then in a new tab, RBL bank chart will open up. So this is one way where you can open a multiple chart, but in the same screen at itself, a multiple chart will not be available as of now. Ranath have a suggestion. Will we have a recorded version of this? Yeah, obviously we will have a recorded version of this available in our YouTube channel. So we have another question: how to place MF from TradeSmart terminal? In order to place an MF from a TradeSmart terminal, you have to go to the other product, which is just next to the funds. From there, you can click on the mutual fund. It will redirect you to the our classic page, and from there onwards, you can follow the process and you can place an order in the mutual fund also. Is it possible to keep a watch list on the left side of a chart? Mr. Joseph had this question. So in a dashboard, by default, you will have a watch list on the left hand side of your chart. So this will be the chart, and on the left hand side, by default, there will be a watch list. So either you can use the dashboard option. This is one way. Another way is obviously a manual way where you can go to the watch list, open a chart in a new tab or in a new window, and then you can minimize or you can adjust that particular window on the right hand side. So this is also what which you can do, but I will obviously suggest you to open a dashboard. By default you will be able to see chart as well as the watch list on the left hand side. Ashish have a question under news section portfolio. It keeps showing news of a old equity which are not present in anymore. So Ashish, feedback taken for this point. Joseph want to know, is there any update on implementing TLSO order for option trading? Joseph, we will definitely get back to you on this point. Manoj have a question. What is the basic requirement for loading the terminal? So basically, any Windows system that you have in this, in that the TST terminal will work properly. Piyush have a suggestion for mobile application. Piyush, your feedback is taken for the mobile application. So there are other people as well who have given a suggestion for our other terminal for mobile application, and also taken your feedback. Rohan have a question. Also, there is no option to see a margin required while placing in basket order in option. So basically, Rohan, we don't have a margin calculator as of now in TST or even in our other platform right now. Especially in TST, we don't have it. So yeah, video feedback you taken, and we will definitely work into it, and we will see whether we can develop the same. So any other question, guys, we will be more than happy to take you and clear your doubt. So please use the opportunity to have any if you have any other question, please write it down on the question section, and we will take it. Maitri have a question: why Renko chart is not properly coming in this portal? So Maitri, we'll just try to open a Renko chart for you right now. So you have different kind of chart. So Maitri, you can see in your screen right now, our Renko chart is opening properly. You can even try it for the stop. The Renko chart is working properly. In case you still have any doubt, you can obviously contact our customer service for this. So basically, to open a Renko chart, you have to just go to the display button, and at the bottom, you will be able to see a Renko chart. Sujay Kumar Jha, I have a question. Can we install in smartphone? Sujay, no, this terminal is available on the browser, so you can open it, but I will definitely, you cannot obviously install it on your smartphone. For that, you have to access our mobile application only. But yeah, from browser you can definitely open Trade Smart. Okay, there are few questions on the other features. So we will cover one more features which we have introduced recently, and there are few questions related to that as well. So basically, there is a feature known as link to Excel. Since there are a few questions regarding the FNO part and on FNOs, we want to cover that part. For FNOs, or for FNO analysis, obviously option chain is one of the better way to do it. You have to go to the option chain, and from there onwards, you can do an analysis of any particular stock or index. In an option chain only, on the right hand side at the top, you can see link to Excel button. So this is the new feature again, which might be useful for all of you who have a queries on FNO section. What happened in the link to Excel is basically once you click on link to Excel, the entire data which you can see in your front of your screen right now will be exported to the link to Excel. Will be exported to the Excel, and from there onwards, you will be able to do a further analysis of your option or your FNO featuring option positions. Whether you want to set up more formulas in the LTPs and all, so you can do that as well. And very soon, hopefully, we will have an order placement facility also from our link to Excel function. Manoj, your suggestion is taken on the TLSO. We will work into that part. Mahesh, I have a question. How many worksheet can be saved? So Mahesh, in order to save a watch, basically you can just you can open a watch list and you can save as many as 20 watch lists. So there is such there is no restriction. You can open and you can save as many as 20 watch lists also. And the predefined watch list will be there as it is. So you cannot obviously do any changes or any customization in that. But in user ID, in the user defined, you can add as high as 20 watch lists also. Shivam Sinha have a request. Can we, have a recording of this? Sure, Shivam. So we will have a recording of this. We might also, have another session on Trade Smart Terminal. Mr. Naru have a question: how to buy 50 share of Nifty? So in order to buy one lot of a Nifty, all you have to do is basically you can add a stock, add a Nifty future in your watch list, and then place on a buy button. If you have a sufficient margin and if you have an FNO privilege, order will be placed for this. Okay, I guess we have taken all the questions and we have covered all the basic functionality of our TST, or especially all the new feature that we wanted to cover in this webinar. Going forward, there are a few more features which will be introducing this, going forward. Which one of them is obviously the link to Excel and the order placement from the link to Excel, the point that we have covered recently. So that is one of the features that we will be introducing going forward. And apart from that, as per the suggestion received from you guys, we will be introducing a lot more features going forward. So keep giving your feedback. In case you have any other queries or any other feedback, you can directly, give us to our customer service or your relationship manager also. Regarding this webinar, since many of you have missed the webinar from the beginning, we will obviously have a more webinar on the TST terminal also going forward, and we will try definitely to upload this webinar on the YouTube channel, on our YouTube channel. Previously, we have also done a few webinar on the TradeSmart terminal also, where we have covered some of the basic functionality of our TradeSmart terminal, where we have gone more in a depth of a TradeSmart terminal. So you can obviously refer to our previous TradeSmart terminal webinar also. Okay, so I hope this webinar was useful for you. And thank you again for joining us. Thank you very much. I'm signing off. Thank you.